Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
3 monks were mysteriously killed in an attack at an Orthodox Coptic monastery. The Coptic Orthodox Church of Egypt lost 3 of their monks who were brutally murdered in Johannesburg, South Africa. The victims are Father Takla Musa, head of the Diocese of South Africa, Father Mina Ava Marcus and Father Eustace Ava Marcus, who were killed on March 12 in the monastery of St. Mark and St. Samuel in Johannesburg in mysterious circumstances. The local police have started investigations, and the Egyptian ambassador in Johannesburg also visited the site. Even the leader of the Coptic Church, Pope Tawadros II, explained it is closely following all the details of this incident, waiting to be informed about its causes. The Coptic community expresses its profound anguish for what happened. The BBC reported that there was arrest of an Egyptian member of the church as a possible suspect. The note from the Orthodox Church said, "Our pain and sadness cannot be expressed in words, but we know that they rejoice in paradise in the bosom of our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." A police spokesman told Reuters that all 3 monks were found with stab wounds. One survivor told police that he was hit with an iron stick, but managed to escape and hide. Investigators are still trying to determine the motive and the assailants, who hastily left the crime scene without taking any valuables. A detail that might exclude the possibility of robbery. The Egyptian Coptic Orthodox community also saw a previous murder at the end of July 2018 of its bishop Amba Epiphanios, abbot of the monastery of St. Macarius. Later, an Egyptian court sentenced 2 former monks to death, Wael Saad and Ramon Razmi Mansour, better known by the name of Faltus al-Makari. They allegedly acted due to differences with their superior. Following his death, the leaders of the Egyptian Coptic Orthodox Church imposed a ban on the use of social media for monks and a 1-year block on new entries into seminaries. Regarding the incident, the Coptic Orthodox Pope said, "It is with great pride that we bid farewell to our sons who were martyred in Johannesburg, South Africa." Pope Tawadros II added, "The South African authorities are carrying out their role regarding the criminal incident. There are many rumors, but so far the truth of the situation has not become apparent. When we are certain, we will issue an official statement with the full details." He explained that they will most likely be buried in one of the monasteries in Egypt, because a monk must be buried in his monastery. "We console their families, we console the church there, and we console ourselves. When a monk is ordained, the funeral prayers are prayed over him. He wears a black tunic, symbolizing the color of the ground in which a person is buried. God permitted for them to be martyred, so they obtain the crown of martyrdom alongside the crown of monasticism." He then prayed, "May God console us all. There is no doubt that it is a painful incident. We are accustomed to thank God in every condition and for every condition." The Coptic leader concluded, "Pray for the martyred fathers and for the stability and peace of the service in South Africa, for their brothers in the service, and for their families here in Egypt." 3 kidnapped nuns and 4 brothers have been released in Haiti, but 2 are still in captivity and grave danger remains in the country. The 3 nuns of the St. Joseph of Cluny congregation kidnapped on March 5, 2024, from the La Madeleine orphanage have been released. According to the Conference of Haitian Religious, a group of armed bandits had taken the nuns from Croix de Bouquets. Also, the local press reports that 4 of the 6 religious of the Congregation of the Brothers of the Sacred Heart were released on March 10. The 6 religious were kidnapped on February 23 while they were on their way to the mission of the John XXIII School in Port-au-Prince, in the Bicentenaire neighborhood. On February 18, Pierre-André Dumas, Bishop of Ancevaux-Miragon, was seriously injured in an explosion in Port-au-Prince. The prelate, who is also vice president of the Haitian Episcopal Conference, was taken to hospital in Florida where he is recovering. In January, the bishop had offered himself as a hostage in exchange for another 6 nuns of the saint and congregation, kidnapped but subsequently released. Danger remains in the country as thousands of inmates have escaped and violent gangs are taking over the country. At the Angelus, on March 10, Pope Francis addressed his call to prayer for the Haitian people. I follow with concern and sorrow the grave crisis afflicting Haiti, and the violent episodes which occurred in recent days. I am close to the Church and to the dear Haitian population, which has been plagued by many sufferings for years. I invite you to pray, by the intercession of Our Lady of Perpetual Help, that every sort of violence may cease, and that everyone may offer their contribution to the growth of peace and reconciliation in the country, with the renewed support of the international community. The Coptic Orthodox Church announced its suspension of theological dialogue with the Catholic Church, after its implementation of Fiducia Supplicans. The Coptic Orthodox Church has decided to cut theological dialogue with the Roman Catholic Church according to its latest release. It reasons that the blessing of gays is unacceptable. This Oriental Orthodox Church reiterated its opposition to all forms of homosexual relationships. This comes after the Catholic Church's implementation of the document Fiducia Supplicans, which permits blessings of people in same-sex relationships. On March 7, 2024, the Holy Synod of the Coptic Orthodox Church, led by His Holiness Pope Tawadros II, and with the attendance of 110 of the current 133 members, held the general meeting at the center of the papal residence in Wadi El Natron, Egypt. The Church declared its belief on the issue of homosexuality through a statement issued by the Holy Synod. In the statement, the Church emphasized its rejection of same-sex relations, supporting her belief with many biblical verses that declare the rejection of such relationships that are contrary to the human nature that God has created. A Catholic priest was killed just before Holy Mass at a cathedral. The missionary priest, Father William Banda, from Zambia but living in South Africa, was shot dead yesterday, March 13. Father William Banda of the St. Patrick's Society for Foreign Missions, or Kiltegan Fathers, was shot dead as he prepared to celebrate Holy Mass at Zanin Cathedral. According to testimony, Father Banda was leading the rosary prayer that precedes the 8 o'clock Mass in the morning. The faithful present saw an unknown, very well-dressed African man enter the church, walk up to the priest and sit next to him. After praying the rosary, Father Banda went to the sacristy to prepare to celebrate morning Mass. The stranger accompanied the priest into the sacristy. As the priest tried to enter, the man pulled a gun from his pocket and shot Father Banda in the back of the head. The man made his way towards the exit of the church, but when he reached the threshold, he turned around, approached the priest's body and fired a second shot in the head. Once he left the church, witnesses report that the assailant jumped into a car that was waiting for him and then fled at full speed. It is reported that nothing was stolen from the sacristy and none of the parishioners were harmed. Police have already been at the crime scene and are investigating. The attack of the Catholic priest follows that of 3 Orthodox monks the day before, March 12. Please pray for the repose of their souls, may they rest in peace.
Watch our programme every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Catholic News World channel. God bless.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.